Yo, yo, yo. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Brown Shirt, and we are here in the fourth week of the NBA season. Last night, I caught the doubleheader on TNT with my uncles, Ernie, Kenny, Shaq, and Chuck. I caught both of them. I was tapped into the Sacramento Kings and the Brooklyn Nets. The Sacramento Kings have been on a great run. They've won 7 in their last 9 games with stellar performances from De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, and they destroyed the Brooklyn Nets, 153 to 121. And surprisingly, they had a guy coming off the bench, Terrence Davis, who had a 31-point game, 9 rebounds and 4 assists. I was hoping to see some offensive onslaught from De'Aaron Fox, but hey, he finished with 14 points and had 9 assists. I just want to say this right now. The Sacramento Kings look like a legitimate playoff team. I think this is going to be the year where they end their 16-year playoff drought. They look absolutely incredible. The fact that they've won 7 of their last 9 games shows that I think they have started to figure out how well they're going to play together, particularly with De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis. I think last year getting Sabonis towards the end of last season was a smart move, so those two guys can start getting rotation as soon as possible. The reason why I think they're a legit playoff team is because De'Aaron Fox, number one, is having an all-star season. I think he's averaging over 25 plus points a game right now. Sabonis is also an all-star player. I think he's the player that they needed at that power forward center position that can stretch the floor, is a great playmaker, great rebounder. He could give you 20 and 10. I think over time is going to give you those numbers. But offensively, he's just a great fit between him and De'Aaron Fox. Their bench is pretty good. With Davion Mitchell, Malik Monk, and Terrence Davis, 3 guys who can shoot. They can shoot. Davion Mitchell, last year he wasn't shooting the ball that well, but I think he's picking up just a tad bit now. But the fact that you got Malik Monk coming off the bench, he played well for the Lakers last year, and he had 15 points last night. But man, I was watching them, and they got shooters, man. They Kevin Huerter right now is on pace for 50, 50, and 90. He finished with 5 threes, 5 of 7 last night. They had a lot of guys who double-digit points. So that's why I think they have a legitimate chance. And their wings with Harrison Barnes and Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray can shoot. He's a promising young player. He's a rookie. Also, shout out to his grandma. I know he left the game a little bit early because his grandma had some health issues. So prayers up for him and his family. And they got Harrison Barnes, a guy who has made deep playoff runs with the Golden State Warriors in his career. So they have a guy in veteran leadership. And they have Mike Brown. Mike Brown being their head coach, a guy who has been a coach for the Cleveland Cavs. He's coached LeBron. Also, he's been an assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors alongside Steve Kerr. They look good. I'm just really excited for the Sacramento Kings, particularly because, one, they're going to end this drought, and 2, I'm just really excited to see a small market team, young team, make a run and make a statement in the NBA. I want to talk about one more thing also before I talk about the Nets. The Sacramento Kings have the best record in California right now. They're better than the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers, and the Clippers. They have the best record right now in the Pacific Division, and this is awesome. Shout out to the Kings, man. I'm just, before I talk about the Nets, I think it's really exciting to see young studs like the Cavs, the Grizzlies, now the Kings just make a name for themselves, and also the Dallas Mavericks. They're young now because they got Luka Magic, who's playing just insane right now. But anyway, just one more time, shout out to the Kings. Thank you for playing good basketball, and I'm hoping to see De'Aaron Fox finally get his All-Star appearance this year. I think he's going to get it. But yeah, next I want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets, man. I just, from what I've seen, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of speculation right now. Shams is like, there's some frustration right now in the organization with Ben Simmons. Kevin Durant's like, yo, like, do y'all see my lineup? No disrespect to my lineup, but like, y'all expect us to win games because I'm on there, and you want to question why I requested a trade? I think it's a little too soon to say that, KD. I mean, because your running mate, Kyrie, is not hooping right now. I feel like if Kyrie was hooping, it'll be a completely different story. I think the fact that there's a lot of distractions coming out the gate in the beginning of the season is really distracting y'all. So hold your horses, KD. I think once Kyrie comes back, y'all start playing some games, it'll be fine. Since Kyrie's been out for 5 games so far, I mean, they've been 3-2. I mean, it's okay. I mean, they're 6-9 right now. I think they have a lot of ways to go as far as picking up the wins in that column. Jacques Vaughn was like, last night we just didn't play well. I mean, right off the gate, Sacramento came out with a lot of offensive rebounds. They punched them right in the mouth off the glass. Brooklyn Nets are not that good off the glass, so that's, if you could just beat them right off the bat in that regard, you're off to a great chance of beating this team. What's up with Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons, man, like, this was his better shooting night. I mean, he went 5 for 7. He had a couple of bunnies in the paint, a couple of floaters. I mean, a lot of his points were, I mean, obviously in the dunker zone. I mean, he had shots that were 4 to 6 feet away from the basket. It's good. I mean, it's good to see him finally put some shots up. It's weird that he's playing as their backup center, and that he would agree to that. How can you agree to that, man? I mean, Ben Simmons is a 3-time All-Star, if I'm not mistaken, and something is up. I hope he can figure something out. I think I hope the Brooklyn Nets are getting him a sports psychologist, just to, massage his brain, get him confidence to just be himself. Despite the fact that he did put up arguably one of his better offensive performances this season, I think he's still not playing well defensively. Ben Simmons, I think, if he's not giving you the defense that you're expecting him to be, first team all defense and potential defensive player of the year every single year, there's really no value to him, to be honest with you. Because if you look at other great defensive players like Draymond Green makes up his lack of offensive ability by playing so well on the other side of the ball and actually impacting the game, and also being their best playmaker. Makes up the fact that they have guys who can cover him offensively. They have guys that can cover him offensively, but since he's been giving a lot of guys red carpets to the basket, I think he's been trotting a lot, like left and right, hasn't been doing well. It's just kind of like weird to me, like, yo, where is that defensive player of the year attitude? I think that for me is like, if you love basketball and if you feed off of something that you take pride in, repeatedly saying that you're the best defender in the league, get energy from that side of the ball, and then you'll start to find ways you can score, creating energy and creating transition points for your team. There's just no fluidity to the offense. Like, that was just like not a good game for me to watch, to be honest. I hope the Nets can figure it out moving forward. I say this every single time. I hope they can figure it out. But it's starting to feel like the writing's on the wall for this team. It doesn't seem like they have any type of light at the end of this tunnel. I mean, this is 4 years down the drain for this team, and it doesn't look too good. it really doesn't look too good, man. And shoot. But on a lighter note, I did watch the other game, the first game of the doubleheader, the Grizzlies versus the Pelicans. Just to quickly run through that, that was a fun game to watch. Those are two dogs right there, two teams, two young teams right there going at it, playing great competitive basketball. Like, that's all we basketball fans can want. I just saw a lot of back and forth between Jose Alvarado and John Morant, just with the two small gestures, like CJ McCollum had one of his better shooting night performances. Larry Nance was also really effective, just making great timely cuts, a lot of dunks, acrobatic finishes, just, great effort from Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. They look good, man. Brandon Ingram, he's going to find his shot. He found his shot in a lot of different ways. Brandon Ingram, too, he has some moves, man. He had a couple of moves, like once he gets within the elbow, he just does this, like, one little, like, hop that just gets him, like, easy finishes around the rim. Like, he's getting easier shots. I like his shot selection a lot. I think he's starting to find the spots where he could score alongside CJ McCollum. CJ had a good shooting night. I think he had like 7 threes and like 9 or 10 assists. They look good. Zion, man, I was hoping to see Zion hoop against Ja, South Carolina buddies. Again, he cheats me out of another game. But Ja didn't disappoint. I mean, he had 33, couple of acrobatic finishes. I remember watching the game and Reggie was saying that he has 41%. He's shooting 41% right now from 3, which is crazy to me, because like they showed another graphic where he is the best at, I think, getting to the rim. There's a stat, points in the paint per game at 12.6 for guys 6'5" or shorter. That's outstanding. That's really impressive, the fact that he could shoot like that from the 3 and get to the rim. De'Aaron Fox, I was third or fourth on that list right now, at 9.9. It's just like, Ja, man, like if he continues this up, shooting the ball from deep like that and getting to the rim, like, he's gonna be unstoppable. And I remember one of the guys, Shaq, was saying that he might be in a world of his own. I'm not really sure. I kind of want to talk about that. I want to talk about like the best players in the world. I think the best players in the world right now are guys who are not even from the U.S. Like, I think within a couple years, especially with Wembanyama coming in the league, like, we might be seeing the top 5 players being from like Europe and Africa. Honestly, because like those guys out there are beasts. They're absolute beasts. No discredit to Ja. I think is going to be, in a couple seasons, going to have an MVP. But the fact that you got another guard playing in Dallas right now, I mean, Ja's got to run for his money right now. So like, I don't. he's got a competition right now with that guy in Dallas and Luka Doncic. So all in all, I did catch a little bit of the Clippers game. It's kind of hard to catch some of those games because like we're on the East Coast and it's super late for us. But and I got work in the morning. But anyway, let me know what you think. I'm trying to pick up the energy a little bit more, but just great basketball overall, and I just love the stories that are coming along, and I'm so happy to see young guys elevate their play every single week. And shout out to De'Aaron Fox and the Kings. I'm loving it. I hope to see more appearances from them on major networks because those guys are great. And I hope to see less of the Brooklyn Nets on TV, honestly. They can stay away from major networks. They're not going to be playing any better anytime soon. So, yeah. More love for the small town markets. Peace.